best parts about getting something like this is my younger boys just flip out over it usually. Now they know we're gonna get it today, and they've had to wait all day because they're on a road trip in Omaha. So it'll be fun to see the younger boys' reactions. Let's see how it goes.
Okay. Yo, they're coming up the driveway.
Hey!
Daddy!
What do you think? Do you like it?
Are you so excited?
Yeah, Christian was just like talking about this.
Okay, get up there.
I said bye, Rosie. I missed
Hop
it so
in,
much.
guys.
Our first ride in our new Polaris Ranger.
Hi,
So yesterday, as you saw, we brought home this baby right here. Christian already wants to take it out for a spin.
Yeah.
Do you want to drive it?
Yeah.
Actually, Gavin's been bugging me to drive it. So I think we're going to teach him. This is actually a great way to teach the kids to drive, is with something like start out with something like this. And we thought that too in Texas when we had our we drove around Laser's Gator, and then we ended up buying a Kawasaki Mule, and we let the kids drive that around as long as they're being safe. And if they're not being safe, then obviously we would not let them drive it. But I told Gavin that I think his dad will let him take it for a spin with someone older, as long as he is smart, responsible, and safe. So I think that is the first way to teach them. I wanted to show you, there's been like so much going on here, so many changes happening with like the trees behind me, and Sean's been cutting down trees all over the property, and it's like it doesn't even look like the same place that we came to when we first came and looked at the property. It's starting to look so pretty once he has those trees down and they're all cleaned up, and then like there is a pathway down in between trees, and then he cuts the grass real nice, and oh, it just looks so pretty. And then we were talking about we really need a circle drive, and we're trying to decide like where that goes, and we want to take it. A lot of times circle drives, they'll come around and they'll just do a real small circle and go back into the driveway that came from. And we have been talking about, instead of doing that, maybe taking it around the back of the house and then coming around and connecting it with the long driveway that we have up to the house. So there's been a lot of thinking about that because it's something that we want to do sooner rather than later. And then I think also it will help, like, when the trash truck comes, and then when like FedEx and our delivery trucks come, and because right now it's such a tight squeeze for them to try to turn around. I just think it will be helpful for them and for us, because it would be nice to just be able to go around in a circle and go back out. Okay, what I wanted to show you though, I walked over here because I want to show you this. Two things. First, we have our chicken coop that they are working on. So we took out that old stinky temporary one that wasn't, I don't think it was going to work anyways. And they have been working, and I say they, it's Sean and John, and they have been building this. So we are doing a lean-to off of our barn, similar to the other side, but this right here is going to be all a big huge chicken run. It is, I believe, 12 feet by 32 or 36 feet. And then right back here, that grass and weeds and trees grow so fast. Right back there is where the actual coop will be, and the chickens could go in there now because it's all chicken fenced off. But we will replace the wood eventually. It's just we really want to be able to get them in this coop, in this run. You know, our other birds are starting to grow, and eventually here soon we're going to have a place to put all of them. And so we want to make sure we get some roosting bars up there. Our older chickens are just getting ready to turn 4 months old, and so chickens usually start laying eggs between 4 months and 6 months. I anticipate somewhere in the next month they'll probably start laying eggs, and so I want to make sure that we get them in this coop as soon as possible, because you want them laying eggs in the nesting boxes, which is where they will continue to lay them, hopefully, for the rest of their laying days. And so I want them in there to do that as soon as we can get them in there. The next thing, though, is we bought all these birds, all these chickens and guineas and ducks, and we wanted them to be outside to do chicken things during the day, and then we put them back in the basement at night where we know they're safe and they're locked up and predators can't get to them. But I want to show you the little mini coop that Sean and John built for them, similar to our Texas ones that we had, but instead they made it taller and put a door on the front of it, so that way we could put a lot more birds in there. But they're able to go around and scratch and have dust baths and eat bugs and do all those chicken things or bird things that they should be learning to do anyways. So here's that. And I actually love this one. I liked the other ones in Texas, but this one is so nice because of the height on it, and it does not have a top. They have been putting our tin, which this tin right here had fallen off of the one of the pole barn behind me. So the chickens are able to come in here and hang out and look like they have the stick there, and they are, I think that they're so happy out here, and they're getting big. It does not take long, just like a couple weeks and they start getting big. Like I can't even believe these. Let's see if I can see, right? Like this one right here is a Rhode Island Red. It's only, I think, maybe 2.5 weeks old. The meat chickens, they're only like 2.5 weeks old. And the meat chickens are the yellow ones. I mean, they're just getting so big, and it happens in the blink of an eye, and you have to be prepared for that. So we had this built so that way we could put them out here, and we did separate the ducks. I'll show you where the ducks are next, but I just love that they're able to come out here and hang out. Aww, are you petting her?
Hey, when I was trying to eat your bunny, she just bite me.
Oh no, she was just playing, but they do have sharp teeth because she's little. Kitty, 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 kitty. Meow.
Okay,
Kitty, kitty, kitty. Aw, she's purring. She loves to purr, don't you? And actually, this cat looks very similar to the other little baby cat that we have. And they're not related, but they look very similar. The little baby one is the other little baby one is a little bit longer haired. Yesterday, Sean worked on this, which it looks so much nicer and so just cleaned up. Obviously, some of the siding needs a little help, but he did cut all the trees down around it. And so he would like to leave this fencing, he said, just for nostalgia purposes. We've been talking about what to do with this thing. There's so many ideas that we have that we could do with it. We've talked about like a petting zoo type thing. I don't know what we're going to do with it yet, but I do think that this is really cool how they have the fencing over here. They must have had animals, obviously, here, a dog, ducks. I mean, could have been anything, I guess. But then you have the trees down here in that row I was talking about, which is really pretty down there. What's not really pretty is the inside of this thing, which is full of junk that needs to be cleaned out. So this right here is going to be a huge, huge undertaking to get this cleaned out. But once it does get cleaned out, we could do so many different things with it. And that's one of the things that I love is coming up with ideas and being able to like say, oh, we could do this, or we could do that, or we could do this, and then like we'll look on Pinterest and like, oh, we could do this with the side, or we could do this with shutters, or we could we could use this upstairs too because it has an upstairs in it. And if you look at the ceiling here, that floor, you know, there looks good. So, I mean, right now you can't get up there. I do know that there's junk up there too, but you can't get up there. So we'll have to build like a ladder to get up there or something, some way to get up there, stairs or so. Anyways, I'm so sorry for the dog. He is like, I think, barking at the cats. So we had that problem in Texas where the dogs would just bark and bark and bark at the cats. And eventually it got old for them. And I think it gets old for us here at home faster than it does for the dogs. But I apologize. He's a little whiny today. So yesterday I did go to Omaha for another trip where we had like doctor's appointments and things happening. And it's crazy because, well, first of all, Sean bought the Polaris Ranger. So when we got home, you know, that was here, which was so exciting, especially for the kids. I knew that he was getting it. And then I come back, you know, and all these trees are taken out and they've cleaned up a bunch of stuff. And, you know, it's almost like, man, that area doesn't even look like the same house anymore. It's like, how does that happen in such a short amount of time? You know, I was only gone for the day. And so that's just so crazy to me. But well, here's one of the other spots that we are working on. Sean took out some of the railroad ties, which are here. But we're trying to figure out what to do. You know, we had talked about that driveway could come around here, like come around the side of this. So it would go over here and it'd go around the house and then come out right here and connect with this driveway. So we were talking about we could do that. So that's an option. But he's going to take out these railroad ties here and then we're going to do something else with this, whether it be like the driveway or whether it be a retaining wall of some sort or something different. So that is what we're thinking here. But yesterday, on the subject of going to Omaha, while we were having our doctor's appointments and stuff, we were able to sneak over and see Jade in person. Okay, we are in Omaha because we had to take another Omaha trip, if you can believe it. But we are here with somebody very special that everyone has been asking and asking and asking about. Can you guess who it is? It's Jade! The one and only Jade. I've got Izzy, Jade, Christian, and Gavin hiding down there. So we came to have some doctor's appointments here and we decided that we were going to have a visit with Jade. Yeah. So we haven't had an in-person visit for a little while because of all the moving and everything that we had going on. And so we decided we were going to come up and see her in person today. Normally we do web visits. Yeah. And we do those like 3 times a week?
Twice a week? No, 3, yeah.
Yeah, 3 times a week. And yeah, but nothing's as good as being in person.
Yeah.
So how are you holding up? Everybody's asking, how's Jade? How's Jade?
I'm doing good. I'm here to, you know, kind of discover things about me and like help myself grow, you know, because I'm a teenager now. I've got to learn to do things, you know, more independently because I'm not going to be teenager forever. So. And
more adultish.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good to learn new skills. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you have a group of people that you're learning with.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah. And my mom and my siblings here are here to help me along the way, support me, and, you know.
Yeah. We always want to support you. Family, what was that? Ohana, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ohana means family. Family never gets left behind.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite sayings. I think I actually might have it tattooed on me. Yeah. I have one tattoo I want before that, but then I think I might tattoo Ohana and then all the kids' names.
Aww.
Yeah, I thought that'd be cool. If I do get my first tattoo, we will of course take our Connley Clan family along for the ride.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're doing good. It's just so funny to me because everybody's so worried about you. Our Connley Clan family wants to make sure you're good, and Jade is doing very good. We're not sure yet when she's coming home.
Yeah.
But We hope it's soon, but we're not for sure yet.
I'm 5'3.5" now.
I know.
I'm way taller than Mom.
You're taller than me. Ah, you're the first one, other than John, I guess, to be taller than me.
The first girl.
The first girl, yes, you're right. Because Emma's 5 foot, and I think she'll always be 5 foot. And actually, Gavin, he's gotten really tall lately too.
How tall am I?
You know what? I can't remember. I think you were like 4'6" or something. But you used to be real short, and I feel like your legs have just gotten real long. Do you know that Gavin wasn't even on the charts? So, you know, they do the percent charts. He wasn't even on the chart until he was like 2. That's how small you were. Okay, well, tell our Connelly Clan family bye for now, and I hope you see them soon.
Bye, theconnleyclan family.
Bye. Adios, amigos. Bye.
Look at it's like a, oh, are you talking to the geese? You think it's gonna come up to you? Oh, there's a duck down there. A duck and a crane. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's keep going, guys. Where'd that crane go? Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. It's gonna chase you. See, they're more scared of you than you are of them. I almost forgot. Here's our little duckies, our little ducklings. They have had lots of little swims in this pool. So they are sharing it right now with the kids. We do clean it after the ducks have been in it, so don't worry. But they have lots of water in here, that water, this water. And maybe that's what the dog's barking at. I thought it was actually Harley barking. So there are 2 different breeds in here, and both of them are beautiful. I looked them up. And I can't wait to see, you know, you don't know if they're male or female, so I'm curious to see what we ended up getting. But, oh, there's the cats playing. Hi, Mouse. Anyways, this is where we're keeping the ducks for right now. And then we do put them in their pool every once in a while and let them hang out there. So there's this kitten. I need to ask the kids what they named them, because I let each child, or each cat has like 2 kids. And then those 2 kids get to pick a name for that cat. This little guy, oh, you know, when he came to us, his eye had a problem, and we gave him a bath and washed him up, and I thought, okay, it looked like maybe it was going to be okay. And then I don't know if maybe it got scratched or what happened, but his eye looks terrible again. I've been putting hydrogen peroxide on it. And I need to break out the Neosporin, I think, and put some Neosporin on it too. And then we've got the mama cat over here, which obviously is a girl. And then the little baby. Usually the calico ones like that are girls. So I'm assuming that's probably a little girl too. Hi. She's gonna hide from you, I think. I wanted to share that YouTube has actually come out with a new way for you to interact with us. And they used to have the community tab, and the community tab is still there. I haven't went and checked to see if they've combined those or if this is different, but they have given you more ways to interact with us. You can post things, you can write things, you can do all kinds of things with the post tab. I believe you can make your own posts, which is really cool, I thought. So you should like maybe go check it out and see what you think. I'd love to hear your feedback on what you think of it and how well it works, and then I'm going to go out there and do the same, because we kind of use the community tab a little bit. I would usually put like our questions out there, or ask you for your questions, and have you put your questions there. Next thing I wanted to update you on was so not that long ago in a video, we had a basement flood. And so not only do we have the water leak like outside, we also, at the same time we were just finishing up with that leak, we had a flood in the basement. Really, like, I know our basement is gross and it's an unfinished, yucky basement. And eventually we are planning on finishing that basement. But you know, part of that house is like from 1915, and so it's kind of like, oh. But anyways, so the basement flooded. Thank God it's unfinished. But I never really told you or explained what happened. I think it was leaking out of that furnace that sits there, but we couldn't figure out why, because that furnace isn't even being used right now. But there happened to be a fuse that was blown, and Sean was like, I swear that, or not blown, that was like off. And Sean was like, I swear that fuse has been off. But he flipped it, and once we got all that water down the drain, it stopped leaking. So I'm assuming that that fuse had blown, and that it was like associated with that furnace unit, and or something there that was pumping that water out. And so that's what I think it was, but I'm not 100% sure, because that was the only thing though that we did different. So it either stopped itself or it was the fuse. Then the other thing, we had talked about was the like changing our eating habits. So we're not grilling as much. I kind of decided that, so we grilled like every meal for an entire week. And then I thought, okay, it was so much work, and doing the grilling stuff all the time, cleaning the grill, getting it all on there, it takes forever because we have to grill like so much. And so I thought, okay, it would be nice to maybe do a mix of stuff. So a mix of casserole, a mix of grilling, a mix of items like maybe crock pot. And so we are trying that right now. Sean and I are still trying to figure out our road to success with eating healthier and losing weight. I know I did Whole30 a long time ago, and what I found out when I did Whole30 was bread is my enemy, and that I also really just need to count calories. If I watch my calorie intake, at that point I lost, I think, 40 pounds, and it ultimately ended up being just my calorie intake. And so I am trying to watch what I eat, change the way I'm eating, eat less calories. And so I know it's going to be a long road. I know it's going to be a long road, but I am like, I need to do this for myself. And so I am really trying to stay dedicated. I just started. It is hard. I'm not doing great every day, but I am doing great some days. And right now I'm going to just call that a win, because that's better than not doing great or good on any days. So I'm going to take that one. I did get a question from Diane Leducer. I think that's how you pronounce it. And she had asked me, oh my gosh, the kids were just talking about this. She asked me if we were going to get the kids braces that needed braces. And the girls were just talking about in the video how you can see Rosie's tooth, and it kind of sticks out farther than the other ones. And yes, the answer is yes. We are going to get the girls that need braces. We have 2 girls for sure that we know need braces. What happened was we went to an orthodontist in Omaha. For insurance to pay for it, it has to be like medically necessary. It was not, believe it or not. Like both girls were just shy of meeting insurance requirements, which stinks. But they like went through all this is how much it's going to be, this is how much, your payment plan and all that stuff. But we knew at that point, we weren't sure, I guess. But there was a chance we knew we were going to move. And it's an 1.5-hour drive, and I don't want to make that drive, or actually to get to the west side of Omaha, it's actually a 2-hour drive. So it was like, I don't want to make that drive all the time. So I am going to, we're in the middle of switching our insurance to Iowa. And so once we get it switched, I'm going to take them in and just see if they happen to qualify for Iowa insurance for braces. And if not, then we can set up everything here. But I wanted to make sure the dentist or orthodontist was here, because it'd be easier to make a 15-minute drive than a 2-hour drive every time they need to have their appointments. So I just wanted it to be more convenient, so that way we could make sure that we got everything done that needs to be done. So yeah, the short answer is yes. We are going to get the kids braces that need them. We've already had them looked at. We just need to have them re-looked at now by an orthodontist here, and then get all of it set up. I'm not sure when it will be, but I don't know that it will be too long from now. But yes, eventually they will end up and you will see them in braces.